Okay, before we go on to our comedy show, we're going to touch on religion and science college books, right? I got all my college books right here. Next one, I want to give you the name so y'all going to hear. This one, it's called Something New on the Sun. Pretty deep because it talks about all the experiments they're doing on water, force, just experiments. This is really just experimental conversation. And it's cool because I can flex. It's factual, right? It's coherent, and then is it's all my material, right? And the ones I have on my computer, right? That I haven't used yet, and 500 worth of notes and a book that I'm writing, right? On that Microsoft page, saving them, right? So today's topic, it's not okay to laugh, comedy show. Part two is it's okay to laugh, comedy show. It's not a part two, it's just my next comedy show. No jokes here, I don't got no jokes. White people don't like being made fun of. Wait, that's everybody. That's we, that's us. There's nothing to say. When there's nothing to say, you say Picakchu, Goku, Kakarote, vegetables. That's it, folks. Looney Tunes. I love that one kind. I don't love it, but cartoons are nice because they say, we will win and defeat you. You know, like unite everyone with cartoons. Yu-Gi-Oh! It makes sense. You all grow up watching the same thing. But Looney Tunes was like, that's it, folks. We're gone. We're dead, right? I have a segment, that's another video, where newspapers are lost to cartoons in business and how that happened and where we are now. You know, cartoons were in newspaper, political cartoons, and how people find love with that. When they give you 8 years of college and they say, you're not mature enough yet, so you can't graduate. Not because you can't pass the class. The thing about being a gamer and playing games is when you play games, you learn a few things about defeating bosses and robots, and you start to feel games as an expansion of other games. So they all feel the same till you find the right game. So if you're lucky enough, you can continue to play your favorite game if you look in the right places. Atlantis is in space, the world underwater. But I'll give you a better one. The 9 planets in the solar system are a lot closer than you think. They're actually traveling back and forth to all the planets every day. Like this. These are the 9 planets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They go like this every day. 1, 2, 3. I actually have a picture. I forgot it. Let me go get it. Okay, I'm back. So I actually have a drawing. Here's a picture of what I think it looks like. Right, so this is the sun in the middle, right? It's releasing heat, these lines, right? Those are orbits, our little heat waves, right? And if you look up here, those are our 9 planets. That's Earth in the solar system, or right here, right? And cold goes in and heat comes out. Right? What else is on here? So That's heat waves similar to your ocean waves, right? Your ocean, so that's the sun. And I think the sun shoots one way. So when it spins, it lights up all the planets. I think it does this. Okay, next. That's my book I keep in the living room for ideas. It's funny how you treat chubby girls and skinny girls, but they're the same girl. They want to be treated nice and good. You look good. Drop and roll. Good. Fire. I always like the second part, not the long first part. Funny. There's only one way of talking, and that's with intelligence. College is meant to make fun of all the idiots. There's no new word, no new trend. There's nothing. There's just maturing. No one can make fun of maturing. This is what happens when we act smart. You know, you'll try to copy us. They'll try to copy us. You'll try to entertain us. They'll try to entertain us. Because all we have to do is stay quiet. And like, what are you talking about? Billionaire businesses can easily access schools and promote the bullshit. They can sell pencils and education programs and so on. Hello, schools, can we come in? Yes, okay, we'll come in. People that eat in public, why don't you eat in your house? You know, it's funny because a seagull and a black crow once told me that at Marina del Rey at the beach. It was funny. You can be a governor or a president, so you can make people do this. No. I want to throw everything out in my room. My bed, my stuff, and have a place to jump around. I just want an empty room so I can jump around and dance studio. When people cringe, people run away. Funny. You know, people who work at FedEx be feeling cute as fuck. That girl talk like we taking turns. They always want to bring you down to the level of being an idiot. That girl talks like everybody. Protect me. Where the Yelp girls at? Where the Doug girls at? Where the Dude girls at? Where Twitter at? When girls laugh, I think they're trying to say no. If you call it ugly and they laugh, they're really trying to say ha 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 ha. No. But they just say ha 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 ha. The baby need milk. Stop your thinking. Let other people think for you. Turn to a tree. Clean showers, clean skin. Dirty showers, dirty skin. What's in the water when you shower? Is it just river water? Politicians say, today, no, today. Business 101. She's crazy, adorable. She don't even want kisses no more. If I ignore her, she leaves. Business 101. You know what's funny? Everyone worked together in the 1930s. I just want you to walk in front of me all day, model, back and forth. Funny. Some of you girls look like you're sleeping, and some of you girls look like you're laughing. A man with a big beard puts a woman's face inside. A lemon does the same. A lemon can bring all your muscles back in your face if you eat a lemon. Your mom a Monday, a Friday, a Sunday. You know why old radio stations would talk that way about baseball in the 1900s? They'll talk real fast. Oh, today we have Roof. Today's hitting the ball. Oh my God, home run! You guys, this is a magnificent day, it's a magnificent day. Because one, they love baseball, and two, they're trying to show you how much they also love life in the 1930s, which can explain. It makes you feel as there wasn't that many tensions for the simple fact that they understand they have one life to live, and they're demonstrating it through how they talk. They're talking real fast because they're about to die soon, but they're in love. They're always fell in love with baseball. They only had so little to live, and they showed it. That's every work of entertainment. Um, every few hundred years, they work as they're in their last. Since the beginning of sports, freeway, and Hollywood, they're acting like that because it's their last. Whether we were lucky enough to witness that or they planned it. Some people say rappers rap the apocalypse. It's funny because a teacher in college made me read a book where a guy woke up one day and no one was on Earth, right? He was by himself and everyone was gone, but he found a dog along the way. It was just a cute story between a guy and his dog, but he woke up one day and no one was on Earth. And it's a metaphor because if you're crazy enough, every day on Earth is an apocalypse because you only have 100 years to live. It's a metaphor. She trying to explain why she dirty. You look like the last drops of Coca-Cola bottle. You and your family went to clown school. This is how she talks. That's so funny. Not sing like you got tobacco in your mouth. Sing like you got tobacco in your mouth and in your lip. Today, today I'll go to the moon. Wouldn't that be funny if he reuses his jokes? Funny. They wouldn't feel dumb for a bit or smart. Funny. I told her, give me a kiss when you get mad. And she said no because I'm going to look like this. Because she mad and want to kiss. No. Some girls be laughing, but I think they be trying to say no. If you crave food, you crave sex. Science. You can make French fries at home with a little bit of oil. If you go to Jack in the Box, they dump the fries in 20 gallons of oil. Imagine you did that at home. Ew. 20 gallons of oil. It's not that serious. I use one drop at home. A baby might know everything he has to know as he grows up. Politics make him nicer. Someone used to make you laugh all the time. Calling on help from the future. Revenge. Those ideas won't make the final draft. Just some ideas that I can attack. They fall in love without writing. That's a TV show. But don't understand how we feel her life. It's not love anymore. It's much more serious. She should be working harder, not trying to make you smile, but you can't help it. Everyone's not on the same page, and that's okay. Life has different years for a reason, and when you're successful, it must be nice. A woman that writes like me is only one of many or not. It was rare, and you missed your opportunity. If you just want to be happy, I can do that. And she said how. We understand how big houses make you feel, but now we can turn the page together because she's a writer too and she's learning. Funny. The Egypt pyramids is next. Just think of the geometry. Just think of the math, science. What if some children built the pyramids in 3 days? They were like the playgrounds. Like we're just gonna build our own street, our own city, and just left the playground behind. It's funny how YouTube could have hateful comments about your appearance, your face, but one thing we all have in common is we all love ourselves. we can still look in the mirror and say, I have a bigger bird. It's just funny. Funny. Leave some words for your baby. This is what she needs. This is what you need. Anything I do, my girls got me into it. For example, being cute. I know you leave the soda in the freezer too long. If you knew about my life, I'm who you want to be. I don't need to meditate. I want to get good sleep for about a month. And then we talk business. The girl is funny. She said you have to respect all men, all the different boys. This one is stupid. This one is childish. This one makes me wash dishes. This one do me good. You like to tell stories. You tell stories. When all the beautiful girls are gone, when all the smart girls are gone, you left with just leftovers. No more stories. You're gonna have to learn to treat them with respect for a relationship. And if you don't want to, just stay quiet. Don't talk, don't say anything, just stay quiet. And then she says, all he does is stay quiet. He doesn't talk. What a relationship. I fell in love with having a friend. I fell in love because I needed a friend. The sex sucks, but I needed a friend. Lesbians, I want my partner to be my friend too. In 2025, women can't get horny because of the U.S. Army. So they're trying to legalize different things to help because it's less scary. These girls talk so much. Leave some words for your baby. If you eat whole lemons, it'll bring back the muscles to your face. You know what would be a good job in a restaurant? When there's no work, you just put everybody to wash dishes. So they can talk. It'd be like a water balloon fight. Funny. She said, after my inspections, I couldn't tell what was reality and what was my mind head feeling. You forgot how hard I worked to get to college. Some of you don't get hungry. I see what we have cooking shows for. I once watched Top Chef from 4 a.m. and waited till 10 a.m. to order some Domino's. I could have just had spaghetti. You always wonder who they're cooking for under 60 minutes. Millionaire parties and the judges made a successful business out of it. She acts like you're sad when you're not. The machine does that too. Ever turn on a computer and say, oh, it's not working? You don't have your acting. Your acting, that's just going to be forever. Pun intended. What's a pun? If you have to say it in your own words, those teachers ain't teaching you nothing. You don't get it. Until you go to college and read the books they read, that everyone read, even rappers. I thought about waxing my dick, but I was scared they would rip my balls off. I made friends the sneaky way behind your back. Funny. Does God laugh? The law serious or funny? It's pretty funny that she got upset because she got a boyfriend. You know, the word God, I try not to use many God jokes, specifically because I took a religion and science class. I try to stay away from that type of humor because it's something I don't want to touch on with so many topics you could say about God. You know, so many jokes, so many stories, so many creativity, so many ideas. Just because it's too easy. It's too easy for me. And if I did that, I would have a million jokes by now, right? And I'm even a more elegant, more luxurious content behind, but I could. But I try to give you the top 3, the top 4, even though I'm barely starting. But does God laugh? The law serious or funny? It's pretty funny. Then she got upset because she got a boyfriend. A mosquito gives electric shocks. Zap, zap. Look at your girl. Look at your family. What do you want to buy her? You can get $1 million loan and pay him back with $100 a month. If you know the guy, this is how you talk to a high class girl. No, 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 give me the knife. No, 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 let me hold your back. No, no, let me do the talking. No, 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 let me take care of your business. No, 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 let me do your job. She said I couldn't live without a mirror. And I was like, the guy who created the mirror, the first time the mirror was created, somebody made a song about the mirror. And they said, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the cutest of them all? Who's the most important? The funny, cute girl who sang the song? The guy who created the mirror? Or us? What are you, her butler? People want to participate at a certain age. They will come together for something or not because of old age. Sad because you can say you're taking advantage of people. You should understand because you individually want to be successful. And this market meaning when you can't, minimum wage gives you a protest, middle class. The poor might not even protest. The rich, I started all of this. Do we wax before the trip, before the vacation? Funny. When they're young, but they'll say, fuck it, I'll just be old. I remember when the ninja pants started trending, and I said, where they're coming from? And then I saw them in college. They're skinnier front than skinny pants, but sweatpants. Now I can't find any baggy pants. I think they're in the girls section. If you're the party's host, we expect you to do all the talking, to unite everyone at the party. You ever play designated driver? You go to a party and everyone is drunk on the way home trying to sober up, but you're the designated driver, so you're sober. And we're just asking everyone in the back if they want Jack in the Box. But then it's your turn to go to the back and someone else is sober. I usually will go to parties at night and put some black Ray-Bans on, some black glasses, some shades. You ever been drunk and just look sideways? You ever seen people like this cuddle up near a campfire? Funny, how do I become more direct? Young people, they don't want to parent, it's okay. Having kids is part of life. It makes sense to not want any more activists. We don't want it. Those are people with no education because there's clearly a system. You go to college, you work for it, you become a governor. I could have been the governor at Chico. They practically threw it at me. Wherever I walk, the governor walked. Chico means small. It's a small town. I can show you what's popular, but I have a business. You should put honey on your flowers. Our first science. She said, why I don't write down nothing? She says, why I don't write down nothing? She says, calm down. Are you flirting with me? I took an accounting class. At least I know what the books look like. We have property, machinery, cash, loans, pay them back. A company can be worth 12 million, but the building is worth half of that. At least they can sell the building. So how much is a company that is in the grocery market or any kind of market making about 100,000 a year? That's all the big monopolies, like Panasonic. That's actually the example they give you in the books at school. 80,000. If your corner market makes 80,000 a year, and every other market down the block and every other city, there's your number. You should be able to see it. I had two women teachers try to teach me accounting. One Russian, one white, both white. But it took an advertising company to help me understand they have to pay their advertising through their accounts. And there's more money in the property than cash. And they're not selling much unless it's a computer. So you're not that far behind besides finding a job, because it could all be inheritance or saving money. And that's how you will run a business. Nowadays, a TV commercial costs more than your profit unless it's a real good product. TV, computers, or something that will last more than 10 years, like a car. And every year there's a new car. It's pretty funny. Some of my old them some commercials since the 1960s, since the first car was created. Pay their contract up. Imagine how much a commercial was in the 1960s. Pay their contract up. To make business that way is fun. It's funny to me to make business that way, because my connections now and my assets and connections are much more important than they will be 80 years later when we die. That's like doing research and history research on the kids that took over the businesses, like the presidents. And I don't know what a president gets paid, so I'll Google it. He gets 400,000 in a year, separated monthly, like colleges, and 50,000 in expenses. Who wants to work with the president and for free? You can use it on your resume. Every day you should have ideas. It's 1 billion to 1. And I got overseas connections. They want to sell in America. Do you know the difference? You think they sell army guns, weapons with advertising or an ad saying watch your back? Funny. Do you order costumes on Amazon with all them Superman lining up at the door? Funny. What's out there? Separation? Yeah, leave me alone, but not too alone, if you know what I mean. Funny. I don't know how else to live. I'm used to it. What's she waiting for? Some kind of a gift inside the box? Isn't that sad? She went to college. You think she'd be an example? Let me see who you with. She's wonderful. I've been with her for 2 hours. A little introduction for the next videos. The 9 planets are closer than you think. Was labeling your mother and father the first signs in the Bible? You know, they're emotion words for signs, mother and father, sign words for emotions, and how different generations end up in different places. If the baby cries, just give him some food. Damn. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I sleep under an Albert Einstein quote. It says, imagination. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. Albert Einstein. I don't know if this is a real quote by him, because I did buy this at the 99 cents though. But I got what a little bad drew. A little something up back there. What does every brush stroke mean? Ooh, she got me mad when she said that. Also, all right, go back.